Welcome to a little bit of a stretch session that we're going to do today. We're going to need a few items, so I'm just going to talk you through them now. To start with, we're going to need something that's about 1 to 2 inches tall off the floor, and that's going to be in front of a pole, whether that be a rig in the gym or a stair banister or something like that. Okay. We're also going to need a bench, and if you're at home, you can just use a chair or your sofa or anything like that. We're also going to need a towel or something that's about that long, just for later in the stretches, guys, okay? We're going to hold each stretch for 20 to 30 seconds, just to make sure we get a decent amount of time on them. I'll just talk you through each stretch as we go. Alright, we're going to start the lower body and just work our way up until the whole body should be feeling a little bit looser. We're going to start on our 1 to 2 inch platform. Hold on to the rig or pole. You're going to have ball your foot on the step there, keeping your leg perfectly straight, and you're just going to pull yourself in towards the pole there. Okay, so we're going to hold that for about 20 seconds on this one. Okay, we're at 10 in now. Should feel it in meaty chunk of the calf there, guys. Okay. Good, so that's 20 seconds. We're now going to keep the same foot on there, bend the ankle and push it, bring the foot back a little bit, push into it again. Okay, and you should feel this slightly lower now, more just between the meaty chunk of your calf and your heel. Alright, so we're going to hold this for about 20 seconds as well, and then we'll do the other side. Awesome. We've got 5 seconds left, if I counted the 20 correctly. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to swap sides. All your foot on there again, leg straight, pulling yourself in. I'm just holding it there. Leg nice and straight for another 20 seconds. Alright, remember the ball of your foot on there, heel staying on the floor. One of these might feel tighter than the other, just depending on which bit of your calf tightens up the most. But it's good to do both either way. And then we're going to swap into our bent leg, so heel back a little bit, knee bent, and push it forward, open up that lower part of the calf. Awesome, guys, another 20 seconds here. Good. 5 seconds. And rest there. Awesome. So that should be calves feeling a little bit looser now. We're done with that equipment. We're just going to make our way to a nice open area on the floor, and we're going to start with our hamstrings. So the first one for our hamstrings that we're going to do is going to be a sit-in hamstring. So the bottom of your one foot is going to come into the inside of your other leg, okay, and then you're going to reach for your toes there. If you can't quite reach your toes, maybe grab a sock, but if you can't reach toes, point that toe towards your head. Okay, so we're going to hold that for 25 to 30 seconds. Okay, so you probably feel this a little bit in the lower hamstring coming into the back of the knee. That should be around where you should be feeling it, guys. Okay, we're going to go another 10 seconds on here, and then we're going to swap sides. Perfect. 3, 2, 1, and relax. So just nice and slowly coming out of it. Nice changeover. Foot in position before we start reaching, and then reach for that toe, or as close to the toe as we can get to it, guys. Okay, so again, we're going to hold this for 25 to 30 seconds. That's great, guys. So we're about halfway. Just a little bit longer now. 10 seconds or so. Breathe and just pull yourself a little bit further if you can. And 3, 2, 1. Relax there, guys. Okay. So moving into a little bit more of a hamstring one, we're going to go legs are about a 90-degree angle through there, and then you're going to reach with both toes, aiming for the inside of the foot. Okay, so this time instead of holding the toe, we're going to be holding the inside. Okay, so reach in there and head yourself forward. If you're super flexible, you can get nice chest nice close to the floor. Not quite there yet, so just holding yourself, and this one should feel again where you felt that first one, but you'll also feel it a little bit higher up in the hamstring, guys. Okay, so just breathe, lean forward, take a nice deep breath in, and as you go out, go a little further, guys. Awesome work. Another 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax there, guys. Hopefully hamstrings are feeling a little bit loose in there. We're going to lie on our front and we're going to go into a prone quad stretch. So we're hitting this part of the leg here. If you've got a tight hip flexor in here, you might feel it there as well, but the front of the leg or front of the quad there is where we're really aiming to hit. So we're on the front, okay, and you're going to bring right heel as far up as you can with your right hand, pull it a little bit further. What you don't want to do, guys, is pull this all the way to your bum straight away, otherwise you might strain something. So just holding it there. If you do get it to your bum and you don't feel anything in your quad, no problem, you just must be super flexible. So in that case, you're going to get your hips, and you're going to drive your hips into the floor, and then that should hit your quad a little bit more. Awesome, guys. So we're going to hold for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Release. Relax the quad. And then same leg's going to come up again, but you're going to hold with the left hand. So right up leg with left hand. And you're going to hold onto the pinky toe, the little toe side of the foot. And you're just going to pull it across to your other bum cheek. And again, drive the hips into the floor if you need to. This is just going to hit a slightly different muscle in the quad. Hit the outer quad there, guys, okay? So again, we'll hold this for a little bit longer. Alright, we'll go 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so let that quad relax, and then we'll go left leg up to left hand, guys, okay? So holding it there. Again, if you feel super relaxed in this position, drive the hips into the floor and it should work a little bit more. Should get that extra bit of stretch out of it. Just to make sure we are feeling the stretch through the front of our leg there. Awesome, guys, we've got 5 more seconds. A little bit short on these ones as we're doing 2 stretches. Awesome. And relax, so relax it off nice and slowly, and then bring it up again, hold on to the little toe side with the right foot and bring to the right, left heel to right bum cheek. Perfect, so we're holding it there. Again, if you feel you need to, hips into the floor to get that extra stretch. Perfect, guys. And we'll hold this one for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good, so release it slowly. Don't just fling it back to the floor. From there, we're going to our hands and knees. Okay, so hands shoulder width apart, knees directly underneath hips. Okay, we're going to do a perfect stretch now. So we're going to bring the left leg up so the foot is touching. So we're going to bring the right leg up so the foot's touching the right hand, and then we're going to go 15 seconds sending our right arm as close to the floor as we can, down to there, guys, okay? So we're just going to hold it there 15 seconds. You can get your elbow to the floor, it's no issue, just get it as close as you can. And then once the 15 seconds is up, you're going to open up there and drive your hips forward. And we're going to hold this position for 15 seconds as well. So it's a 30-second stretch total, 15 in each position. Or roughly, guys. It doesn't matter if you go a little bit longer. And relax there. Nice and slowly, right foot back, left foot forward, and exactly the same again. We're going to go down to the ground. Hold it in the position. Again, if you can't get your elbow to the floor, no problem at all, guys. Just get it as close as you can. Okay, and we're holding for our 15 seconds here. Perfect. If it's a little bit longer again, not an issue. And then we'll open up into this open position, pushing our hips forward, knee out. Okay, we don't want knee folding in, push the knee out there. That's great, guys. 3, 2, 1, relax there. Okay, back to our hands and knees. And we're going to go into a pigeon stretch now. So the pigeon stretch, all that's going to hit is going to hit the the glute, so your bum muscle there. Okay, so hitting the glute on this one. So what it's going to be, from your hands and knees up into a push-up position, and then right leg is going to come through and sit into it there. Okay, knee has come through the hands. Okay, so we don't want the hands in front of the knees. Knee is between the hands there. Leg comes and loops with the foot around this hand position. So if your right leg's forward, you should feel it in your right bum, stretching that off there. Okay, if you don't, you can always pull this leg a little bit further forward, and that can help get the stretch a little bit more, guys. So we're just holding it there, sitting into it, and we're going to hold it for another 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, relax there, release out, and then bring the other leg forward. Okay, again, knee between hands, not too far back, not too far forward. The foot looping around the hand, yeah, the hand should be in that ankle position kind of area, and feeling it in the left glute this time, the left leg's forward. Okay, if you feel really comfortable on these, guys, you can send chest down to leg, and that can increase the stretch for you there. Otherwise, if you do feel it here, don't pressure yourself to go in lower, just hold it wherever is most comfortable. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, relax. Good. So back to our hands and knees. So from this position now, where our knees are underneath our hips, we're going to scoot them out about 1 inch. Feet, you're going to point out towards the side, and then from there you're going to sit into the position here. Okay, so what we don't want to be doing is driving ourselves back too far. We just want to stay in a nice relaxed position. Okay, let gravity take our bum to the floor. Okay, again, if you feel yourself sitting up too much, it's going to drive you a little bit past comfort point, so just stay resting on your forearms, resting on your elbows there. Awesome, guys. Great work. So we've got 5 seconds left. And relax. Bring yourself forward. Knees are going to come back in. And you're going to lie flat on the ground, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do a cobra stretch. A lot of you have probably seen or heard of this one before. A common fault with this one, guys, is we come all the way straight arms and our hips come off the floor. We don't want that, guys. Okay, so if we're coming off the floor, we want our hips to stay on the floor and our arms will be slightly bent there, but we'll get a better stretch with hips on the ground. So we're just going to hold this one for a little bit longer and just hold it there, looking up straight. Don't tilt your head right back, just looking straight ahead. Awesome. 5 seconds. And relax back down to the floor. Okay, so from there we're going to go on our backs again, legs flat out. Okay, we're going to have our hands out to the side, palms facing up, because that helps keep shoulders on the floor. From there we go leg in the air, cross, let it fall across the body. So we're keeping both shoulders on the ground, with gravity taking our leg and holding it there. Just relax and head on the floor. You don't need to be looking up. Just keep it nice and chilled. And just let gravity take your leg. That's great, guys. Awesome, and then just slowly bring it back up to the top and down. Other leg coming up, let gravity take it across and relax there. Two places you can feel this one, depending on where it's tight. You might feel it in the lower back if you've got a tight lower back. You might feel it in the top glute if that's where it's tight for you. One of them will feel tighter than the other. Okay. Perfect, guys. Back up to the top, back down to the ground. Perfect. We're going to do one more lower back opener. So we're coming up to our feet, taking our squat stance, and we're going down to the bottom of the squat there. Once we're here, hands are going to go outside feet. Okay, this might be enough of a stretch for some people. Otherwise, we can go into a thoracic opener and just reach around the back and there. We're not going to hold this one for as long, only about 15 seconds per side. Perfect, guys, well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly back down. Hand back in position. And then rotate round with the other hand. Perfect, guys. 3, 2, 1. Relax there. Back down. Hands in. Stand up. Okay. Before we move on to any other body, we're just going to go onto our bench or chair now, and we're going to hit the hip flexor, which is in between that quad and ab. So what we're going to do, take a decent step forward away from the bench. Foot's going to go on the bench or chair or whatever you've got. Sink your knee down to the ground. Get your knee nice and close to there and sit up nice and tall. Okay, guys, so you should feel this one a little bit in the quad, but mainly through the hip flexor there. Okay, if you can't quite get your knee this far back, it needs to be there, that's fine. It will relieve a little bit of tension, but if you're super tight there, you won't need to go too far back, guys. Okay, so hold it for another 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up and swap legs. So again, foot on there, knee as close to the bench as you feel you can, and then sitting up nice and tall. Okay, so if we lean forward like this, we're going to close up the hip flexor and not get a stretch. So we sit up nice and tall, it's going to open everything up, guys. Okay, so stay nice and tall in this position here. That's great, guys, well done. Perfect, we've got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and come. Good. Hopefully lower body is feeling super loose now. I'm going to work into the upper body a little bit, starting with our chest, and we'll go to the back, traps, tricep and wrists. Okay, so chest stretch, we're back on the floor. I know it's up and down. Nothing wrong with that though, guys. Okay, so if we're going for the right pec, we're going to have right arm at 90 degrees. So upper arm straight out from the shoulder, forearm at a 90 degree bend in the elbow. From there, keep pushing your right shoulder into the floor. Your foot's going to come over and just use a little bit of gravity on this left leg to pull you down. What we don't want to do, guys, is lift that shoulder up, so that's just going to release our pec from the stretch. So we're keeping it down and opening that pec up. Great work, guys. We're holding it there a little bit longer. Cool. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring yourself back around nice and slowly. And then we're getting left arm in that same position as we had our right in prior. And we're opening up by sending that leg over. A little bit of gravity, shoulder nice close to the floor. Some of you might find one side a little bit tighter than the other. That doesn't mean push the side that isn't tight a little bit further. Try and stay in the same position so you're feeling it. If one's naturally tighter, then you just might feel it more on one side, which is perfectly normal, guys, okay? It works, so we're holding it there, holding it there. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Perfect. So from here up onto the knees. Okay, what I'm getting you to do is sit on your toes there. Okay, it's just going to open the bottom of your feet up a little bit. That's just a bonus stretch whilst we do this one. One hand on top of the other, and we're going to push away from that. Okay, shoulders are falling forward, so bring the shoulders forward. This is going to open up that upper back between the shoulder blades or rhomboids. Just there it is. So push away as far as you can, and relax there. Stay in the same position, except you're changing your hands, so other hands on top this time, and we're going to push away again, exactly the same. This is to make sure one side doesn't get too much more of a stretch than the other. Helps even out a little bit. Awesome, guys, not too much longer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax there. Staying in this position still. We're going to lean head over to our left side, and we're going to place our left hand on top of it, guys. What we don't want to do here is pull with our left arm. We're just going to rest it on top and use the weight of our arm to weigh it down to come through the trap here. Okay. Awesome, guys, so just chilling there. Just nice and relaxed. And bring it up nice and slowly and over to the other side. So again, just through this trap here, not pulling with that arm, but just using the weight of it to help weigh it down. So guys, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. So we're going to our feet now, and this is where our towel is going to be coming into play. So we're going to hold behind our back, one hand at each end of the towel, keeping top elbow nice and tall. You're just going to pull down with that bottom hand. So this stretch is going to stretch out the, so my right arm's at the top, so it's going to be stretching my right tricep, guys, okay? So down the back of my arm, just get a nice pull on there. Okay, so the harder you pull, the more stretch you're going to get. Awesome work. So we're going to hold it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, I'll show you from the front now. So left arm's going to be at the top, elbow nice and tall, and pulling down. So the arm's relatively close to the head. Okay, hand is in the middle of the back, and it's pulling up that tricep there. Great work, well done. 10 more seconds in this position. A little bit harder if you need to. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax there, guys. So coming out of this position, and we're just going to do one more movement, and it's going to be some wrist circles, so to open up our forearms. So we're heading back to the floor. I know, up and down, up and down. We're going to go palms on the floor, but fingers pointing towards your knees there. Okay, so we're going to start off with just 10 pulses back and forward. 5, just nice and slowly. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to do 10 clockwise rotations. So nice small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you guessed it, we're going to go 10 anti-clockwise, guys. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then just to finish off, 10 more pulses. You might be able to go a little bit further this time, but making sure palms stay on the floor. 8, 9, and 10. Coming off nice and slowly. You just do a few wrist circles just to get the wrist moving again, because it's not the most comfortable position for the wrist, but it's really good for the forearms, guys. That's all the stretches I'm going to go through with you today. If you've got any questions, just feel free to put in the comments or message me and ask, and then we can help you out with those, guys. Okay, hope you enjoyed it, hope you feel a little bit looser. Great work, guys, well done.